Hello, my name is Michelle and welcome to Full Bottle Worthy. Today we're going to be talking about Tonka, so if that sounds interesting to you, please stay tuned. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and dive in. I have about 10 fragrances here with the note of Tonka in them, and I'm gonna start with Patricia Nicolai's Vanilla and Tonka. Now this is a resinous Vanilla and Tonka. The sillage on this is absolutely amazing. It is so warming and really has such a sensual smell to it. The longevity is average, if not maybe 6 or 7 hours, I would say you're going to get out of this, but the sillage is above average. So again, this is Patricia Nicolai, Vanilla Tonka. Morph's Disumano. Now this has 3 notes listed on Fragrantica. There's probably a little bit more going on here, but the notes are Tonka, caramel, and coconut. And to me, this smells like toasted coconut with caramel. It is so amazing. The longevity and the sillage are well above average. I get at least 8 hours with this. This is such an amazing hidden gem in the gourmand sector. I would definitely check this out. I got this at JOOP. I think there's a few other places you can get it, but I think that's probably the best place to get it. And I believe I bought a sample from them as well. If not there, try Etsy. Next, we have an oldie but a goodie. This is Dior's Hypnotic Poison Eau de Parfum. Now, this is such a beautiful vanilla with Tonka. It's a little powdery, has a little bit of licorice in it. Is absolutely gorgeous. I think the EDT gets a lot of praise, but personally, I prefer the EDP. I think it's a lot more sophisticated, has a lot more depth to it as well. And the sillage and longevity is better as well. So once again, this is Dior's Hypnotic Poison EDP. Next we have Jo Malone's Myrrh and Tonka. This is such a gorgeous fragrance. I would say it starts off unisex leaning masculine and then goes into the feminine kind of unisex category. The myrrh is very prominent at the beginning as well as the lavender. And then as it dries down, the Tonka becomes a lot more present, and as well as the vanilla. This is just such a stunner. You know, it's been talked about for years and for good reason. Once again, this has well above average longevity. I would say you're going to get at least 7 hours out of this with a moderate to strong sillage. I absolutely love this one. Next, I want to talk about a hidden gem that I don't see many people talk about here on YouTube. This is Andy Towers' Une Rose de Kandahar, and this is a rose fragrance. This rose in particular is only harvested not even every year, I would say. It's only available at certain times. So if you go to buy it, you can't always get it, which is what happened to me. Once I decided I wanted a bottle, couldn't find it anywhere. But onto the Tonka note in this. This fragrance is very, very nuanced. It takes you on a journey. It starts off with a very bright, almost sharp citrus-like rose, and then it transitions into a little bit of a cinnamon, a little bit of a spice, and then from there you start to sort of smell the apricot, and that's when you sort of get the almond presence, which is where the Tonka is in this fragrance. It almost has like a custard-like texture to it as you're wearing it. It's absolutely gorgeous. To me, this is a masterpiece, and I think that it doesn't get the praise that it deserves. Longevity and projection are well above average. It's absolutely amazing. Once again, that's Andy Tower, Une Rose de Kandahar. Now, I wouldn't be able to do this video without mentioning this fragrance. This was love at first scent for me, which does not happen very often. It's BDK's Velvet Tonka. Now, I know that some people don't care for this, which probably is a sign that it's a masterpiece. I've used that word twice already in this video. Please don't get mad at me. So once again in here, we have some Tonka, we have some rose, we have tobacco, but really the star of the show is this beautiful powdery Tonka. For me, it reminds me of an almond croissant with powdered sugar. Now this is semi-gourmand. I would not call it a full-on gourmand, but if I had to explain what it smelled like, that is what I would say. For me, I would wear this year round. I've worn it in 90-degree weather. Was light on the sprays, of course, but it really works in all weather, and it performs above average. It definitely is going to last you 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, and the projection is strong in the beginning and then goes to moderate. This is an absolutely gorgeous Tonka. It's my favorite Tonka. Not to blow it, but it's my favorite Tonka. And once again, that's Velvet Tonka by BDK. Next, we have Yves Laurent's Caban. This is not talked enough about here on Fragcom, and I'm not sure why that is. This, to me, really smells like a resinous Tonka. It's a little bit powdery. It wears close to the skin. It's so sophisticated. I think it would work in any occasion, any time of year. It does have a little bit of resin in it, some rose, but for me, what I really smell here is Tonka. Powdery, close to the skin Tonka. It is moderate projecting as well as moderate performance. I tend to overspray this one, but once again, that's Yves Laurent's Caban. Next, we have Franck Boclet's Tonka. Now, this goes a little bit in the green direction. It does have a fig leaf, and to me, this is Tonka with a little bit of a green touch, some vanilla. I think this could be worn year round. It's much stronger in projection and longevity than the previous Caban. It does have much more oomph to it compared to Caban. Once again, I think it's very unisex. And it has a little bit of ginger as well. So once again, that is Franck Boclet's Tonka. Next, we have an oldie but a goodie. Yesterday's Haze by Imaginary Authors. This is gorgeous. This is a Tonka Iris musk. It is just so beautiful. It has a note of whipped cream, of walnut. It is just so good, and it really envelops you in this cloud when you wear it. It's such a beautiful scent. It really works for so many occasions. It could be worn out to dinner. It could be worn to run errands. It really could be worn for anything because it's a musk, but it's a more interesting musk because of that iris, because of that fig, because of the Tonka, of course, and that whipped cream note. But the Tonka definitely comes forward here. I can definitely smell it. And I would say that this is moderate to long lasting. And the sillage is amazing. It just, as I said, it wafts around you. So once again, that is Yesterday Haze by Imaginary Authors. Last but not least, I have JOOP's La Bonne Eau de Parfum. This is a vintage scent, and I was a little reluctant to jump on this train. And if my description right now does not entice you, I would encourage you to try this out because this was a scent I was looking for and I had no idea where to find it. It is a vanillic amber with aldehydes. Of course, Tonka's in the base, so it gives it this gorgeous almondy quality to it. So to me, it really is reminiscent of the almond line from L'Occitane. So either it's the hand cream, it's the body cream, it's the oil for the shower. But to me, this smells like L'Occitane's almond line. And I had been searching for so long to find a fragrance that would match it, because L'Occitane does not make a fragrance. But this is just heavenly. And I'm telling you, the longevity and projection is way above average here. This little bottle was $20. It's a steal. And that was JOOP's Bain. Thank you for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this a thumbs up. It really helps my channel to grow and to reach more of you. And subscribe if you'd like to continue to see more content like this. Until next time, goodbye.